What is the nature of the mind? How is it related to our deeper consciousness? And above all, who are we in our real being? What is our true identity or true self behind the endless stream of thoughts going on inside us? These have always been the prime questions that we must ask in order to discover the ultimate meaning and purpose of our existence. They serve as the foundational quest for spiritual awakening and self-realization in various ancient philosophies or belief systems. In numerous ancient traditions, the mind and consciousness are viewed as distinct yet interconnected faculties. The mind functions as a tool for thinking and sensing across different levels, while the divine is often described as the fundamental essence of consciousness. Pure consciousness, unaltered by mental processes, embodies an awareness of our inner being, with the mind serving as a tool for perception and expression. The mind is like our computer, and the body is like the car we drive. Mind and body are our internal and external instruments, but not our real identity. Just as you are not your computer, so too, your true self and being is not the mind. Your sense of self-being, that you are a unique, whole and continuous center of awareness, derives from the inner consciousness, not from the mind. The mind always is a product of time and outer experiences, which leave their characteristic marks upon it. Our true self, however, is unconditioned consciousness, the witness outside of time and the mind. It is beyond all form and qualities. The mind is active with constant mental processes, whereas our inner being embodies pure and unaltered awareness alone. By delving deeply into this awareness, the core of our inner being and light of consciousness, we can transcend psychological suffering originating from the mind. To achieve inner harmony, the key lies in elevating our awareness beyond the mind's dualities and connecting with the inner consciousness. While external factors like diet, behavior, breath, and senses may support this process, the real transformation necessitates a shift from a mind-centered consciousness to embracing pure consciousness itself. Self-knowledge means understanding who we really are. It's like unlocking our true self. When we talk about self-knowledge in the context of our personal mind, it's mainly about understanding our own story, our habits, and what we naturally like or dislike. But when we talk about self-knowledge for our deeper self, it's about grasping the core of our consciousness that exists beyond our thoughts and personal story. Even though our thoughts are always changing, this deeper part of us remains constant. Knowing our true self isn't about thoughts or feelings. It's more about being who we are, deep inside, beyond events, experiences, or even our thoughts about things. Our inner self isn't made up of thoughts or conditioned by time. It's like a calm and constant presence throughout our life experiences. When we connect with it, we find peace, and our mind relaxes. But to get there, we need to change how we see things, let go of our personal story, and explore the unknown within us. Our inner being exists beyond time and space, birth and death, mind and body. Yet it is present within us as the foundation of consciousness and extends beyond us, forming the essence of existence itself. Genuine self-awareness involves recognizing this inner essence that unites us all. Through this awareness, the mind becomes quiet and passive, and the personal self loses its relevance. The mind, by its nature limited, grapples with understanding this boundless inner self. However, in the vastness of this inner reality, the significance of the mind diminishes. The truth becomes self-evident. There is no need for words, debates, or discussions. This reality is boundless and cannot be adequately expressed in words. It can only be experienced. The vastness of this experience surpasses any description. One can only merge into the experience. When we express, "I am that I am," this I isn't exclusive to me, you, or anyone else. While it might be referred to as God, it transcends any specific religious or philosophical concept of God. This I embodies the universal divine essence present in all existence. It is the core self of everything, the expansive essence in which all beings and worlds exist, like waves in an ocean. Finding solace in this self resolves our conflicts, stress, and anxiety. When we return to our true nature, our problems cease to exist. However, many times rather than seeking to know our inner being, we get caught in our outer becoming. We chase after our mental, emotional, or physical self and inadvertently lose touch with our true essence. We often see self-realization as discovering our untapped personal abilities or talents. But real self-realization goes beyond the body and mind, beyond our thoughts, culture, and conditioning. It's about merging our personal identity into a timeless and eternal self that is not born and does not die. The illusion of the individual self creates a sense of separation from everything else, leading to believe that you can control your existence. However, you cannot control the fact that you exist or the natural occurrences of life. The universe and everything within it happens spontaneously, just like your breath, thoughts, and feelings. You are a part of the universal consciousness, but this realization is blocked by the hallucination that you are separate from everything else. True consciousness isn't just the conditioned mind with its tendencies and activities. It is a universal force, much like space, not confined to any body or mind. The mind can mirror it, but only when it's calm, perceptive, and subtle. Depending on how we use it, the mind can either trap us in ignorance and attachment, or lead us to enlightenment and liberation. When focused outward, it ties us to attachments and sorrow. But when turned inward to our inner being, it calms and begins to mirror the higher reality, becoming a reflector for the light of the self. The key is redirecting the mind inwards. To achieve this, the mind needs to be focused and undivided. A scattered or distracted mind cannot turn inward effectively. This inward journey involves immersing the mind into the deeper consciousness of the inner being, residing within the heart. The mind relies on conceptual and thought-based knowledge, generating facts, data, theories, opinions, concepts, or judgments. However, our inner self possesses a distinct form of knowledge that transcends the mind's capabilities. It remains untouched by thoughts and their preconceived notions. Connecting with our inner being allows us to merge with the inner being of everything we encounter through our body and senses. This might seem challenging to grasp for many, but when the mind achieves complete concentration, it undergoes a significant shift in awareness. This leads to a unique understanding stemming from the unity between the observer and the observed. The mind comprehends solely through thoughts, which are labels and shapes, mere products of mental activity. Genuine understanding comes from awareness of the self, emerging when the mind settles, becoming tranquil, serene, and free from thoughts. When you realize you cannot control the continuous flow of thoughts and feelings, you enter a deeper state of meditation. With patience, without any effort to stop the chattering of your mind, you simply observe your thoughts until they eventually become tired, bored, and fade away into silence. In this state, you should not actively try to quiet the mind, as this only perpetuates the illusion of control. Recognizing this false sense of control can help you let go and approach the situation with a clearer, more open mind. Let the process naturally bring about a sense of stillness within you. To reconnect with our genuine essence, our inner being, we need to transcend the mind and enter pure consciousness. It involves finding tranquility and calmness within, a space untouched by thoughts, beliefs, or conclusions. It is entering the realm of direct experience and being, beyond words or tangible evidence, where one feels both everything and nothing. The mind is a powerful tool for consciousness, allowing us to act, express, remember, and coordinate our actions. Yet, When we attempt to grasp consciousness solely through the mind, we fall into spiritual ignorance and confusion. This leads to misidentifying our true self with our outer being. However, dwelling in pure consciousness allows the mind to assist in our daily functioning without imposing its inclinations and impulses as our core motivations. Learn to distinguish between the mind and consciousness, and witness the mind as an impartial observer detached from its changes. By practicing meditation, clear the mind of its conditioning, allowing you to connect with your authentic nature and perceive reality as it truly is.